Sup, fuck. Yep, that's how we're opening this. Hi, guys. How's everyone doing? It's been a minute. Congratulations to Sophie for getting third, Speedy second, and then Ash first. Look at you guys. Look at you. Look at you being here early and being little guys. I'm happy to see you all. It has been a bit more than a hot minute. Little bit, more than a hot minute. We're gonna skip because starting with Butcher Vanity, probably isn't the best. You guys probably don't want to listen to a song about murdering and eating people's bodies right off the bat. Hi, I miss you guys too. Um, this is gonna be a little bitty stream, and I'm gonna be honest. The thing that's motivating me to do this stream, hello Jortastic, what's motivating me to do this stream right now is that I'm doing a law stream tomorrow, and it was a little bit last minute because originally we were supposed to do it Friday and now it's tomorrow, and I didn't want my first stream back to be law. So we're here now, we're having a great time, and yeah, I'm just really going to be catching you guys up on what I have been up to and the shit that's been going on for me. Because this year has just been a big back and forth of shit happening and then me getting busy, and yeah. So you're watching the Funky Festival VODs? Aww, that's so sweet. I miss Funky too. It's crazy to me that was like the start of summer. Bought all villager eggs on Moon's SMP. Ooh. What do you mean? I don't know what that means. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know when Moon's server ends. Like, I know it was for Halloween, and I think it's running a little bit into this month, but I don't know when the end is. I know there's an event tomorrow, which I might not be able to go to because of law, and I want to play on Gardenfell and show you guys all the things. Tomorrow's the last event. Well, fuck. Let me check what time that is, because I can try and make it. Hmm. I can probably make it. If the law happens at 7 like it's supposed to, then I might just be a couple minutes late, but I can make it to Mooney's thing tomorrow, so I guess we'll be on Moon's server tomorrow, as well as Gardenfell. So that'll be fun. You've seen the books, have you? I have not been on since before my trip, and I feel really bad about that. But let's villager spawn eggs and zombie villager spawn eggs. Your village was selling them for ender pearls. I don't know who sells those. That's not a trade I set up. But that's cool. Good to know. Glad somebody got money from those. But it will be good to go on tomorrow and check everything out. But yeah, let me give you guys the rundown. So basically, last stream that I did, I said I was going away for Finland, and I went away to Finland, and it was really great. It was really fun. It was my first time flying by myself, and it all went like pretty well. Just a lot of traveling. I was there for a full week, and I shit you guys not, I get to Mars's because I was staying with him. We're going to bed because we're tired from the traveling. And as I'm trying to sleep, I get sick. Or I guess more accurately, the sign that I am sick manifests. And I'm well enough my second day there to go out and meet Mars's friends, and we have a lovely little coffee and a walk around town, and it's great. And then the next 2 days, I am indisposed. I am just lying down in bed. Mars is so sweet and so lovely taking care of me. But yeah, 2 full days, I could not do shit. and I wasn't even well, like, traveling home. I was well enough to travel home, but I was not well in the slightest. So that was awful. It was, yeah, Finland got me sick. Which is kind of hilarious. Um, because I thought I wrapped up plenty warm. I think I probably just caught something from somebody either on the plane or the train or wherever. Hello, Miran. Hi. Hi. Also, hi, April. Hi. April, we have Gardenfell Law tomorrow. Yay. Law heads. Law heads, get in here. We love law. We love law. But yeah, I got sick and my time in Finland was still like really lovely. Me and Marzu went walking around the town that he lives in and went to a lot of little coffee places. I treated him to some rather expensive cake at this one place because I went there because it was his birthday at the start of October, so it was a really cute, really fun time. Um, and then I got home, and my initial plan before I went on the trip was I'd get home and I would stream on the Tuesday because I was getting back on Sunday and I would want a day to like recover from traveling. So my plan was to stream on the Tuesday, but I was sick still. I was sick still until probably about Thursday when I started to feel better. But I still had a pretty nasty cough. While we're watching, you have AP fizz test. Oh no. I hope your test goes well. Oh dearie me. I believe in you though, you got this. Um, but yeah, I wasn't well enough my first week home. I wanted to stream the second week, but it just didn't map out. And I had like a really bad cough still, and it was really, really difficult to talk for long periods of time without wrecking my throat. Um, and then last week, I was feeling a lot better. My cough was almost gone. I was like, hell yeah, I can stream finally. And I told you guys in a Discord a couple of times, I'm going to stream this day, I'm going to stream that day. And then didn't work out because my cough came back with a vengeance. And then just family stuff, people coming over, that sort of thing. Um, it's just been a bit hectic. I was also dog sitting like immediately after I got back from Finland. My cousin's dog, who's like a big dopey Labrador, came to stay with us. So yeah, just been a lot going on, really. My cough is pretty much gone. I get a little bit of a tickle in my throat every now and then, but I think I realized earlier today that I hadn't really been coughing a lot. And as I say that, I kind of want to cough now, but I don't need to. Uh, Around fall, sometimes spring allergies come slamming into you. Yeah, so when I was a kid, one, I've mentioned before I was born blue, which is just kind of a sign of like lack of oxygen in the baby's body, which isn't great. But I had tonsillitis very, very often, very frequently as a child. So like I could not go swimming, I could not go outside in the winter, and for most of my childhood, every like October to December, at least for 1 week every year, I would get sick and not be able to do anything for that entire like week. And what's funny is I got sick the month before I went to Finland with COVID, and I was sick for a full week or two with COVID. Then I go to Finland and I get a really nasty cold. Um, Goes like a demon, you summon it if you mention it, for real, for real. Also, hi Estelle, I missed you. I missed you. Uh oh fuck, it happened. Guys, it happened. Cough. No. It's okay, I have a tea. Um but yeah, so that's kind of why I have not been streaming. Um and again, last week just did not work out for me. Um It's back. Fuck. Run. Uh, and yeah, I'm pushing myself to stream today because again, I didn't want my first stream back to just be throwing you guys into lore and not have a moment to really talk to things. So for like Estelle and anyone who's just getting in, tomorrow we're doing Gardenfell lore. It'll be starting the same time as today, and then directly after the Gardenfell lore, we're gonna go to the final event on Moon's server because I've missed so many events because I was sick and everything. So that's the plan for tomorrow. Don't know what the rest of this week is. Probably another Gardenfell stream Friday or the weekend. Next week is going to be great though because my dad is going away on holiday. So that means I'm going to have like household to myself. It's going to be super easy for me to stream. The only thing that's really going to take up my time is if my sister needs help babysitting. So yeah, I'm feeling a lot better. It's just the cough, which is still fighting to stay in my esophagus. Um, but you know, other than being sick and my lovely little Finland trip, it's sad because I don't really have a lot to say about the trip to Finland because I couldn't leave the house. Um, but me and Mars, we watched a lot of movies. What did we watch? We watched To All the Boys I Loved Before. We watched Tick Tick Boom. I didn't see the first half of it because I was in the shower, but I watched like the rest of it. Um Miss Law and the final event. No, it's okay, the VOD will be there. That's another thing I have to do. Because Twitch now only lets you save 100 hours worth of VODs. Um and yeah, I almost have that number maxed now. So I need to make sure all of them are uploaded to YouTube. A lot of them are uploaded to YouTube, just a lot of them aren't like posted or don't have thumbnails, and that's gonna be a mission for me to sort out. But that's gonna be a weekend J problem because not gonna lie, I've just been spending every living second playing Gardenfell and having way too much fun with all the mods and building and doing stuff. Because I am officially on the Lorty. I wasn't initially, even though I was like the second person in the Discord. But I just when I'm passionate about stuff, I like to help and offer my assistance. Um, so I now know all the juicy bits. And I've been helping Lizzie out with a lot of builds and stuff. We built a really cool Halloween area. I know I posted a link to Miles, also known as Inara or Inar Demon Twitch when they were streaming the live event. I couldn't stream it because it was at like 11 p.m. at night, but I did show up as a pigeon and use my soundboard to make pigeon noises, which was just really fun. That's my NPC Lepion. I just found a funny pigeon model on the Figura Discord and went, "Yep, this is me now. I'm a pigeon." I just thought that was funny, and everyone really liked it, so that's all that matters to me. Uh, but yeah, we built a really cool Halloween area on Gardenfell. I'll definitely be sure to give you guys a tour of it whenever I have a free moment. It might not be tomorrow. It might be next time we go on. Because yeah, lore. But the next week will hopefully be a lot more streams going on. Probably I'm gonna try and stay somewhat consistent again until December because December's always a mess. So yeah. This week, not this week, this year has just been a wash for me when it comes to streaming, and I feel really bad about it, but I keep saying that and then things don't improve, so I'm just gonna shut up about it. I know most of my long-term viewers don't mind, but you know, I want to stream and I want to be there and I want to put stuff out, and I hate that sometimes I can't. I just gotta sort my life out, you know? But yeah, what else have I been doing whilst being sick? I went back and watched all of Empire's SMP, specifically Shelby's or Shovel's perspective, because Shovel is my favorite. I just love Shovel a lot. and also Lizzie's season 1. I watched the full thing of. I haven't rewatched their season 2. And then I've also been going back and watching other perspectives of it, of people who I hadn't seen. Like I just finished watching. I watched all of Gems season 1 and 2, but I actually watched them out of order, which is funny. And I just finished watching Mythical Sausages season 2, which was very, very good. I'm watching his misadventures right now, and then afterwards I'm going to probably watch his season 1 of Empires. Um, yeah, it was just like I wanted something easy to watch while I was doing stuff, and so putting on Shovels, which I'd seen all of before, was just a really nice time. Um, but it has really, really made me want an Empire season 3. I would love for it to come back because, like, I I don't know, I feel like it's the most heavy roleplay I've seen those YouTubers go into. I mean, obviously there's like Vampires SMP, which I haven't actually watched yet. Um, but and they do a little bit of like light RP and misadventures, but it's more like RPG vibes, you know. It's you're playing a video game. Um, not escape the state SMP rabbit hole. You're going to be stuck there for another week. I have not heard of state SMP. Sounds interesting. You discovered you have perfect kind of someone tells you touch grass, you can just point out that you're allergic to grass. That's amazing. Yeah, that is perfect. Yeah, I like touch grass, can't, allergic. Are you trying to kill me? Do you want me dead? Do you hate me? Just take it to like all of the extremes. Crafting play SMPs? No, I have not heard of that. Most of the like SMPs and stuff that I watch are like I don't really know how to put I guess the best way to put it is stuff that like Shelby or LD Shadow Lady is in. Just the YouTubers who I watch most often. I really don't watch Twitch a lot, and I feel like I should change that, but I prefer watching VODs after the fact than actually being there for live streams. A 1,000 player video, not sure if you've watched. Oh, yeah, I might have seen something about that. I've seen something about like an 1,000 player server. But I've not sat down and watched that myself. But yeah, I should check out other SMPs that people are a part of. I've not even watched like Arcadia, and I know so many people who are in Arcadia. I saw like Mars's opening stream, but I've not really watched too much else of it. Though Elle tells me about different things that their character has been up to. I have some cool scoops on Elle's Arcadia character that you guys aren't allowed to know. So hell yeah. You cosplay Elle character for Halloween? Oh, I love that. That's so cool. You play a lot of Legends ZA after it came out. Your target audience for it. Yeah, how has that been? I know it's been, I haven't really actually sat down and watched anybody play it. Because I'm one of those people, like, I don't want to buy it unless I have a Switch 2, and I still only have the Switch 1, so I just, like, Pokemon games look ugly on the Switch 1. But from what I've seen of it, it looks cool. I like the outfits. Though some of the Mega evolutions, I think they could have tried harder on. Like, the Starmie Mega is really funny. But I also think it's a bit too stupid to be an official Mega. But it exists. So I guess that's a thing. But I hope you've been enjoying it. I hope it's been a lot of fun. I also convinced Elle to give them some information about their character after like a 2-hour Twitter DMs conversation. I was like, and you call yourself introverted? Elle does like sharing their character stuff. But I'm surprised by that actually. That's impressive. Really fun. Fairy type oh yeah, acts just like a fae. Oh, she's the one who has the really cool music, isn't she? I've seen her because everyone's freaking out about the electro swing battle music that she has. I like her. She's cool. My girlie right there. Y'all know how I feel about the Fae. Shakes my ears because I am one. Oh. Pick some shinies after 12 years? They did? Really? That I hadn't heard about, but that's really cool that they have. Because some of the shinies, you see, the shinies that I hate, I don't even mind the green ones because at least they're different. I hate the shinies where, like, they move the color hue like is 0.0 to the side. Like, I think Pikachu is just slightly more orange than yellow in its shiny, and I'm like, why? That is boring. Make it pink or something. Don't do this. Ghost types are getting megas now. Yeah, I've seen the Chandelure. Chandelure Mega was beautiful. Wait, did no ghost type have a mega before? There must have been a ghost type with a mega before this generation, right? No, Sableye's not a ghost, is it? No, Sableye's a dark type. Were there any ghost types before? No, Glalie. No, wait, Glalie's not ghost. Is he? Oh, yeah. Yeah, Chandelure, I love Chandelure because it makes an even grander chandelier. And that's always really fun. Gengar, yeah. Yeah, I think Gengar did, because Gengar's always like their little, like, Gen 1 big purple ghost guy. Shiny was originally purple, but they messed up on the transition on the other consoles to finally put them purple again. Oh, that's awesome. And Sableye are ghost types. Okay, Sableye is a ghost type. Okay. Okay, so they were ghost type ones before. There's just like more now, which is always fun. They yes, they did, Doodles. They said you got a scoop from it's like, is it? It might be. Wait, I'll Google it. Sableye is like, I've played the generation Sableye comes from and I still never remember because I've never had one on my team. Sableye. It's a dark ghost type, so it's a dual type. Is its Mega? I think its Mega is also Dark Ghost. I don't think its Mega changes. Yeah, its Mega is the same. That's cool that there's more. I do like Mega Sableye. Mega Sableye is very cool. The part was L followed you back during that conversation. Aww. That's cute. I love that. No, we love El Pond Fairy. I was talking to El today. It was very nice. It's consumed blade. Fly out my knees. You were so scared. Yeah, it's funny to me how sometimes people are... I mean, people have been scared of me as well. I feel like... I don't know if Elle is scarier. Maybe. I don't know. It's always just scary when people start following you who you watch and recognize as like streamers and stuff. Because I've had that experience with people. And it can always be rather silly, rather funny. Is the has Xenoblade Combat favorite Pokemon got a Mega, and there's Zygarde. Ah. So Book Shiny went for a mini slow robot. For the past 12 years, like slow Book Shiny had been alive for so long. Well, it's good that they're fixing it, because God, some of the Megas, not the Megas, some of the Shinies, But I've seen a lot of good things about it. Five Mithromol members in your walls. Think just so, aww. Aww. Hey, here's a fun thing though, guys. Okay, because I don't follow many people outside of other creators or like artists who I really like admire their stuff of. That doesn't mean I don't see what you guys post. That doesn't mean I don't stalk you, April. That being said, I don't use Twitter anymore very often. So you're safe. But when Mithril was going on, I saw a lot. I was there. But yeah, it's always very silly. So confused on how it happened, lol. Yeah. I love your fanfics, though. They're so good. I need to read through more of the stuff. Sorry, I'm a little EP. I don't think you want to out yourself like that, gamer. People are gonna look at you funny. Anyway. Yeah, I have Blue Sky and I have Twitter, but I don't use either of them a lot. I tend to just vibe on Discord or use Pinterest a lot. I use Pinterest the most out of anything because I just like art. And Pinterest now has some like AI filters, so you don't have to see as much of it. It is like kind of dependent on if it's being properly tagged, unfortunately. But the amount of AI on my page since I turned on the filter has been significantly less. So it is doing its job, and that's what I'm happy about. That's what I'm here for. So we enjoy that. We enjoy that a lot. Oh, I just clicked on Mithril Discord, the notification. I saw Mars and Katie talking about fanfics. Huh? Yeah. It very funny. It very silly. My excuses. A plan of attack. It was so like cool for me though when I realized you were writing fanfics, because before you, I think the only other like Mithril fanfics we had other than like the two that I wrote was from Surin, who used to be a member of the SMP. So it was like the first like fanfic experience, and that was awesome. There's something that's so flattering about like being a creator and then having people make stuff of you, like whether it's like little TikTok like clip compilations or fanfics or art or whatever. It's all just really sweet. Even listen to Has Been Hotel's new songs. Gravity does rock. I love like Gravity. I was listening to it on loop when I got home from my trip. It is such a good song. I've not actually watched any of the new episodes. Yeah, I've seen a couple clips on TikTok. So I'm getting the gist of what like is going on and what the plot is, but I haven't sat down and watched it all yet. I have heard like the new song, the duet between Cherry and Serpentious, and I'm like, talk about enemies to lovers, my guy. It's actually like, it's not like my full vibe of a song, but I like the gist of it, you know. Let's see. It's on Amazon. That's like the only place you can legally watch it, I believe, is on Amazon. There are other places you can watch it. I actually believe in my Discord, in the conversation topics section, and then Lego Monkey Kid, there is a link to like where I watched that show. I think Has Been Hotel is also on that website. At least the first season fully is. And that is free to watch. So recommend that if, you know, you don't have Amazon. But yeah. I don't feel comfortable saying the name of it because this is Twitch. However, there are plenty of places you can find where you don't have to pay for a Prime subscription. So, etihi. Send out of this, guys. People can do whatever they want. Thank you for the 5 unit gift subs, Zesh. Thank you so, so much. I appreciate you so greatly. Oh my god. But I'm trying to think what other things I've been do it because like literally a lot of it has just been playing. Oh, that's one thing that I tried. I got Duet Night Abyss, which is an aborted gotcha game. Basically, initially when it was like first announced, it was going to be a gacha game, but but now that it's like been released, it no longer is. It has a similar. I've seen like its system compared to Warframe, where you just have to pay. There's a gacha for skins, for characters, but the characters themselves you can just get from playing the game. You can unlock them through various means. Um, I was kind of enjoying it. My favorite part is how British everybody sounds. Everyone's English voices are just hilariously British sounding. Uh, and the story seems interesting. The frame rate wasn't that great, but I've heard there's been an update for that. But the biggest problem I have with it right now is that I can't play it because every time I try and load into it, it instantly crashes and I don't know how to fix it. And if I can't fix it or a next update doesn't fix it, then I'm probably just gonna uninstall it and go back to Wuthering Waves. Because not gonna lie, I miss Wuthering Waves combat system. It was really good. Have you heard the new Everite Horse Armor? I have not. I have not seen Neverite Horse Armor. I know about like the Copper Golems and Copper Armor and stuff, which I think is that up. Yeah, that update is out because shelves are out now, aren't they? Yeah, I've been in modern Minecraft for a bit, so I have not played with like the new updates. Unfortunately, but they all look pretty cool. Neverite Horse Armor is like something I feel like they should have had a long time ago because Diamond Horse Armor exists. I guess you could argue it's a bit of a waste to upgrade a horse's armor to be Neverite, but like it's a player's choice, you know? They don't have to if they don't want to. Unless they make it just like a findable item. Actually, is horse armor craftable now? Saddles are craftable now. I don't know about horse armor though. Potential breakup song. Needs just one. Please, please tell me. Got along, we got along. Thank you for the hydrate, by the way, guys. I'm sipping my tea. Da da do. Just saw a TikTok 2 minutes ago. That's cool if it is happening. I had kind of a realization about Minecraft recently because I spoke before about the most recent update and how I thought, oh, they're not meant to be paused. That's probably from the last lore that I did because I think the last stream that I did was lore. I will fix all of those. You might need to refresh the page. Just give me a second. I'll let you guys know when I am done unpausing everything. And then I'll have to pause everything again tomorrow. Okay, yeah, everything is on pause now. But yeah, like I was thinking the copper armor being added is kind of pointless because it's really easy to get iron armor. Just as easy to get it as copper, really. Or like copper's easier to get, but it's not very good. Okay, I will look for that, Ash. But then I realized Minecraft is a sandbox game. And even though copper armor doesn't make sense from the perspective of like if you're playing the game and are trying to like gear up and doing the whole survival thing, that song has been added to queue, by the way. But for someone who just wants to like decorate their build or is doing creative stuff and they want an extra armor piece to display, it is quite good. And I think that's what's so unique about Minecraft and compared to like every other game out there is it's kind of the most ultimate experience of a sandbox that exists. Because I think the thing that comes closest to it in my mind would be Gmod, but Gmod doesn't have like the same building potential that Minecraft does, or at least not as simple or easy to do as it is in Minecraft. I just thought that was really interesting, as you know, a little guy who has an interest in game design. So yeah, teehee. I was actually having a nightmare the other day. Oh my god. Sorry, I'm scrolling through Pinterest while talking, and Brooke's skin just showed up on my Pinterest timeline. I'm just saving that again, even though I already have it saved somewhere, I'm pretty sure. There's new camels? I mean, I did just update, like, animal variants, but if there's new camels, that'll be so cute. Do you struggle to find iron all the time? Best level to mine iron at is, minus 16, I believe. Or if you go to Mesa, golden iron are a lot more plentiful there. Is Moon going to do a winter theme SMP? I don't believe so. So last year, this is like the second year Moon's done the Halloween server. They did it last year as well. And last year it ran from like October through to December. And had a Christmas, like it went from Halloween to Christmas on the server, but very few people played during the Christmas time on it because Christmas is quite busy. People have a lot of commitments and a lot of stuff to do and family stuff. So the server just kind of died off, unfortunately, last year during the Christmas time. So this year Moon is not doing Christmas on the server. But I'm sure there will be like, I wouldn't be surprised if another creator out there is doing something Christmas related, but nobody who I know is, off the top of my head. Time you assigned to the characters in Mithril again. Yeah, that was fun. Of playing SMPs. I'm sure you can find other ones. There's probably like a handful of just public SMPs out there, but I mean, not stuff that I've played on. Actually, you want a fun SMP to play on? Destiny's SMP that my lovely friend Rose Thunder runs. It is a lore SMP. But it's public, so anyone can play and do their own stories, and then Rose and a couple people do like the overarching story and stuff. So, you know, that's cool. There's also new parched mobs, like dehydrated. I know there's a new Nautilus that has been shown, the Nautilus underwater mob, which is really, really cool. We haven't had an underwater mount before. So I think that's awesome. And it's also like cool because we have the Nautilus shells and it's just like an extension of those, which I think is really awesome. Desert skeleton. You know what? That makes sense because, I mean, do you think we're gonna get like a snow zombie then? Because we have the strays, which are like the snow skeleton, and then the husks, which are the desert zombies. And then we get the parched for a desert skeleton. So like, though I guess the zombies also have drowned. They also have a water variant. So like, maybe we won't get a snow zombie. But more skeletons is fun and awful because skeletons suck, but it is fun. It is fun. I'm definitely not biased as I'm one of the builders there. Yeah, same as someone who has built a little bit for the server. I didn't know you were a builder for Destinies actually, Ash. That's really cool. But no, I don't know a lot about the lore of Destinies. I've done a couple model stuff for Rose. And some of the builds, but I just love Rose Thunder. Hopefully I'll get to hang out with them next week. YouTube channel? Somebody in chat probably knows better than I do. I think there's a Discord for it. Does it have like a I'm gonna stalk Rose's Twitter and see. Have to join Rose's Discord server. Okay. That makes sense. They do not have. You know, let's do a Rose Thunder shout out. And I'm sure they have it on their Twitch page. Rose Thunder. There you go. If you just click on the name, go to Rose's Twitch. I'm sure they have their Discord linked there, and you can probably find everything on their Discord for how to join it. I don't. Is it a vanilla server? I think there's like optional stuff, but I think it's mostly a vanilla server. So yeah, again, I don't know too much about Destinies other than I love my little guy Rose Thunder, my gamer friend. For some reason in my brain, I just wanted to go my Sigma, and you know what? That fits for Rose. If anyone's my Sigma, it's Rose Thunder. God, that's the first time I've like said that word out loud. I'm disgusted in myself. It's vanilla since both Bedrock and Java players can join. Awesome, awesome. Yeah, but yeah, I recommend everyone play on it because it's Rose's project and it's good. Just, you know, make sure you follow the rules. Make sure you don't be a fucking dick, or you'll be murdered. EA. Speaking of Tick Tick Boom, you know, until I actually watched the movie Tick Tick Boom, I actually had no idea it was about the guy who wrote Rent. I had no idea because I'm stupid. But I mean, all I really knew about it's vanilla. You don't need mods. I mean, you could add mods if you want to use them, but it's vanilla because Bedrock compatible. Evan! Hi, Evan. I missed you. Welcome to stream. We're just having a little chatty time. Been going over where I've been, mostly just been sick, and what plans are and things and all that stuff. It's okay. It's chill. Don't you worry. I can't complain about people not being here. I've not been here for ages. Where have you been? I stole this title from what Green keeps saying in various videos, and it makes me laugh every time because he says it in that way, and it's just very silly to me. Hey, gamer. If you have questions, ask them in Rose's Discord. I'm just recommending a server. I don't know shit. I've said that 5 times. Go ask in the Discord. Go. Go ask people who can answer your questions. It's okay. I'm glad you're excited. I just don't know. Yeah, it's like Ash said. I'm just giving you the resources to go find out yourself. Yes, and then. Yes, sweetie. Be slippers. That's for certain. Happy birthday. You said something. What? You said something. You said something. You said something. Ah. They new spawn zombie camels, and they will always spawn a husk with a spit and a potch that will have arrows of withering. Oh my god, because you can dual ride them, because 2 people can ride them. Oh, that's terrifying. Yay. That's awful. I love it. So 3090, 3090. That's a cool update though for Minecraft. I love Minecraft updates. I love. If you guys can't tell, I am quickly running out of steam already. Day. Yeah. Oh my god, you're right, Ash. I didn't even think about that at the time. I was just like, hey, little guys, let's go. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-da-da. But yeah, I am running out of steam a bit. Because one of the things I mentioned at the start of stream was that I was pushing myself to stream today. Today probably wasn't the best day to stream because I'm being visited by Bloody Mary right now, and she's mean. And if you don't get that, don't worry about it. Uh, but yeah, not in the best way at the moment. Whatever you want. We'll go. I'm going for the hour at least. We're just here. This is just here for a catch up, and more or less, I have caught everyone up on what is going on and what we're gonna be up to. But I'll say it again since Evan's here now. We're gonna do Gardenfell Lore tomorrow, and then we're gonna pop in for the end of Mooney's Halloween server. And depending on my stamina tomorrow, we'll either go back to Gardenfell after, or we'll just end, and then I'll probably do another Gardenfell stream later in the week. I also definitely want to go back to the build world because we haven't been back there in months. And I actually have really been enjoying building recently, and um I want to try and like get into that and like start on that castle properly. I just really need to find some good inspiration picks or like refine the one I was using before.
Thank you for the head pats. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I love head pats. Got 2 head pats in a row. Did I not put a? There still isn't a limit on head pats, is there? Moss. Somebody put a reminder for me to fix that. We literally had this whole problem before where I forgot to add a limit on head pats, and apparently there's unless Mix It Up did update before stream, so that could have broken it. Because I think that does go through Mix It Up. Or that I don't know. I'm just a little guy. Actually, I had a terrible time the other day. Let me tell you about the terrible time that I had. So I on Gardenfell, we use Figura, and I used it to make my lovely Jasper model, which is very simple and mainly just added like a bun for the hair and a couple bracelets and stuff. But you can do more stuff with it. And I made a more complex model for an NPC that I'm playing on the server, not the pigeon. I got that one off the Figura Discord, which anyone can get if they're on the Figura Discord. It's a free to download model. But I made a new model for a different NPC that I'm playing. Um, and I was really proud of it, really happy with it. I'll show you guys it at some point. And yeah, I was super proud of it. And then the next day after I made it, I decided to go back in to Blockbench because I wanted to animate its tail. And I did that, but then it wasn't quite working, and I got all this, and then I completely broke the model. And then I realized Blockbench had updated, and the new updated version of Blockbench does not support Figura. So I almost lost both my Jasper and my new model, which I spent a full day working on. But thankfully I managed to pull them from like backups and stuff and save them. And now everything is fine. And I downgraded my Blockbench and I got the tail animations working and it looks really good. But I did have a panic attack over Blockbench updating. So as you can imagine, my Blockbench is now set to no automatic updates. Because that was a nightmare. Like, why would you make an update that breaks one of the main things people use this for? It was awful. It was awful. But yeah, that I had that crash out, and then immediately after I had that crash out, well, not immediately after, but the night after I had that crash out, we realized that the Never didn't work on Gardenfell, which it didn't work in my single player worlds, and I was worried it wouldn't work on the server, and I was correct. But we fixed it. The Never isn't open on Gardenfell yet, and it won't be until an event down the line. But that was a fun thing that we had to fix. And then also the server nearly burnt down because fixing it turned Firetick back off. Uh, but I fixed that, so we're fine. These past few days have been a saga.
These past few days have been an absolute saga. I shit you not. But we're doing pretty good. Other than me being tired and lacking in caffeine, we're doing good. And I am glad to be back. I missed all you guys and I missed streaming and just seeing people show up. Like this is like one of the things that makes me feel so privileged about being a streamer is that no matter how long I'm away or what shit comes up, you guys are always there or you guys always try to be there, and it's just really sweet to me because a lot of creators don't get that. A lot of creators don't have I guess such a loyal community, and I'm very privileged. I feel very, very grateful to have all you guys. So thank you all for being here. Stuck with me. I don't plan on leaving. I'm glad. I don't want you to leave ever. You're stuck with me too, bitches. I'm not letting you go. You sold your soul to me by following and or subscribing. You're mine now. No, but I just appreciate you guys being here and showing up. It's one of the things that like gives me some comfort because when I first started streaming, it was always a massive worry that if I had to go away for any period of time or if I got sick, I'd come back and no one would be there anymore. But it's nice to know that, you know, I do have people who will wait for me and enjoy my content enough to stick around until the next one. So it's super sweet. You might have made a mistake on the head pads. Yeah, a little bit. Steal a liver, never had one in the first place. I can steal your liver though. You have a liver. It's mine now. Your magic since you're your apprentice. So true. Yeah, that's one thing like with the build world. I wanna get really into Fae lore, which I have done a lot of like research and stuff into for a book that I wanna write. And it's all really interesting. Because like the Fae like the Fae is kind of more of like a catch-all for inhuman creatures. So technically elves are Fae, but in like modern like times there's been more of a separation made between them, and or like I guess it's more accurate to say that elves were inspired by Fae. And that's where they came about from. What is you don't know what a liver is? All right then. Uh I can't help you with that if you don't know what a liver is. Um Aw, thank you, Ash. Um but yeah, I'm forgetting most of it. Fae, I more think magical. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. Like a typical example of a fae is like Shakespeare's A Midsummer Night's Dream, where you have like Puck and Titiana and King Oberon and like those kind of guys. And depending on the media, they'll have wings or not, and like it's all very up in the air. And that's a big thing with the Fae is that they're actually like quite an old like superstition and all this kind of stuff. So like there are many different flavors of them. Um, and there's no one like direct. This is what a Fae is. This is what a Fae should be. And when I was doing Mithril, my main thing about it was Fae are like just very, very powerful. They're probably like they're not the same as elves, but they are like a relation of each other in one way or another. Um and they have similarities. I think one thing, if I was ever to update my like stream avatar again, I'd probably give them like I don't know. I like debate giving them some more inhuman features, but then I also like the idea that the point of like Fae is they're trying to blend in with humanity, so they're hiding their more inhuman parts. Um, I've got a lot of opinions. What is the difference between a Fae and an elf? An elf can be a Fae, but a Fae doesn't necessarily need to be an elf. Basically, Fae can either be its own distinct creature or a catch-all term for like magical creatures. Like some people can consider a satyr, which is like a goat-legged creature, a fae. Or like fairies and stuff could be considered a fae, but a fae is not always a fairy. So there is the whole catch-all term, but then there is also like what the main core concept of a fae is something inhuman, something magical, and something that is a trickster. And they usually have some kind of link to like nature, like fairy circles, forests, that kind of thing are very important. And yeah. There's like more nuance about it. Favorite book is about fae. What is your favorite book? What is your favorite book? I don't know if you've mentioned it to me before, but I wanna hear what it is, and I'm gonna Google it so that I can read it because I want to read more fae books because yeah. I like fae. I don't remember all the research I did off the top of my head. I'll have to go through it again before the next build stream, but I did like a proper deep dive into it because one of the main characters of a book that I'm planning to write is a fae. Adoc. I see lesbians and I'm already invested. Has the three things I love most: lesbians, fae, and magic. Okay, I am literally gonna read all of it. Because, not gonna lie, the book that I want to write is fae and lesbians and also magic as well. So this could be a great, what is the word? Reference point. Cruel Prince meets City of Bones in thrilling fantasy where four queer teens race to stop a serial killer before their crimes expose the hidden world of fairies to humans. Choose your player, the half-fae outcast, desperate for acceptance. The Temperous Fury, exiled and hellbent on revenge. Oh, it does not show me all of it. This sounds awesome, though. Ironborn half-fae outcast of her royal fae family. Ooh. Ooh, I'm excited. So Shadowhunters? No. It's called A Dark and Hollow Star. I don't know a lot about Shadowhunters, so meh. But this sounds awesome. I'm going to find a place to read this or a place to buy this. I don't know if my local bookstore will have it. I'll have to see, but I want it. On some very relatable things like depression and is written by an NB author, so lots of LGBTQ rap, which I love. Oh yeah, this is right up my alley. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited now. This is gonna single-handedly get me back into reading. I was meant to read while on my Finland trip. I couldn't fit a book in my bag, so I didn't bring anything. But I did read the first chapter of A Secret History at Mars's house while I was sick, and it's very enjoyable, but I hate the lack of separation of paragraphs. As a dyslexic, I find it very difficult to read when it's just a wall of text. But it was good. It was good. I just from reading the first chapter, I recommend A Secret History. I think it also has a film. So that's something. That's something very, very cool. It's on Hulu. It's amazing and the cast are hot. I think I've seen the first episode when it first came out, and then I've not seen anything else. I did see a clip of it on my TikTok a while ago. But yeah, maybe I should check that out too. But I'm definitely gonna check out this Dark and Hollow Star because that sounds awesome. The book that got me into Fae specifically was the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas, who is the same person who wrote A Court of Thorns and Roses, which is another Fae centric piece of literature. But it's a lot more raunchy from my understanding. My sister loves A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I got her into reading Throne of Glass. But Throne of Glass was the first thing that Sarah J. Maas released. I also want to really read Crescent City because I hear it's less romance focused but more adventure, and I love the moon motif, so that's also my reading list is Crescent City. But yeah, I haven't actually finished Throne of Glass. I read almost the only books I haven't read is the prequel book and then the last two because I cannot make it past Tower of Dawn because Kale is so fucking boring. And now it's been too long and I just need to reread the whole series, but it's like a 8-book series including the prequel. So yeah. Honestly, if they actually have, I don't know if they have audiobooks of it on Spotify, but if they do, I might just listen to those until like I might just listen to those, including Tower of Dawn, and then like read my physical copy of what is it, Empire of Storms, I think is the last one. Um but yeah, I got like the original book covers where they had like the pretty dresses on the back of the art. They have like new book covers now, which I'm not as big a fan of, but I have the original set and I love it. I love it so much. My sister slightly ruined some of them because it doesn't treat my books right, but they still look good. The like it's just the shiny text on the front has kind of scraped off over time, but the rest of it is like it's gorgeous, it's beautiful, and I love it because I'm not a romance person and needs to be an overall actual story that's not largely focused on romance. That's what I like about that's what I liked about the start of Throne of Glass. Like they had an undertone of romance, but the first book there's just a kiss. The second book there is like sex, but it's once and it's very small and it's not a big part of the book. Um and then they do like this whole enemies to lovers thing that like in the third book with the main character, but it's not that bad. It's really like I want to say what is it? I want to say it's like the fifth book where the romance gets a little bit too like why are these characters fucking right now? Um but you know, the series was transitioning from young adult to adult, so I guess I can't hold it that much against it. But yeah, Crescent City sounds right up my alley because like the book that I'm wanting to write is going to have romance, but it's going to be incredibly slow burn, and it's also probably going to be an asexual, aromantic romance, which sounds contradictory, but you know, it's all a spectrum. And as someone who is romantic asexual, I think that should be like shown in media a bit more. Um that being said, it might also be dark fantasy. So, yeah, I want to write a book, but I haven't started writing a book. I have a practice book that I'm doing for Gardenfell, which I also haven't. Well, I started it on the plane and then I decided I didn't like it, so I wrote a bunch of stuff out and now I need to restart it. Um, you read the entire series in like sixth grade, and 10-year-old me did not need to be reading that. Oh, I feel that. I read it when I was like a bit old. I read it like before. I think I read it before my GCSE. I'd read it before college. So I think before my GCSEs. So like when I was probably like 15, 16. I think that's old enough to be reading the first couple of books. The third book in the series is my favorite, by the way. Is it Air of Fire? Yeah, Air of Fire? Yeah. Because it's Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, then Air of Fire. Air of Fire is my favorite, and then I think after that is Queen of Shadows. Um, God, what is? Wait, I'm I'm going to my bookcase to actually see. What is it? Eh. Kingdom of Ashes. Kingdom of Ashes. That's it. Kingdom of Ashes, then Tower of Dawn, then Empire Storms. Those are all the books in Throne of Glass. There's another book series that I want to read. And I don't remember what it's called because I heard about it in an Over the Sarcastic production video. Um, but it's where like names are power. Um, and the whole thing of it is like people know your names. Um, Wizards of Earthsea, I think that's it. Which isn't quite Fae, but it's like Fae adjacent because um names are power. But yeah, a Wizard of Earthsea fantasy novel by American author Ursula K. L. Guin. Yeah, that's one that I want to read as well. Just because the magic in it sounds really cool. Love spell inspiration taken from Mithril, of course. Wait. Uh my book, The Only Romance, is a character getting put under a love spell against their free will and a yaoi relationship that probably won't be introduced until the second book and only gets like 5 to 6 chapters throughout the entire thing. It'll be a duology. That's cool. Whenever I think of like books, they're usually like a trilogy, and I don't know why. Like Mithril was a trilogy. Uh I tend to think of things in like a 3 act structure. The book that I'm wanting to write right now, I'm kind of struggling to think of a 3 act structure, though I know how the first book is going to like begin and end roughly. It's just filling everything else out, which I've been struggling with. But yeah, I think the main thing I've got to focus on is having fun with it. And writing something that I want to see and what I want to write. Um, but I haven't like most of the writing that I've done was during the Mithril time, and that was very different writing. It was a lot of summarizing and then a lot of writing like journal entries from the perspective of people. So writing actual stories I haven't done since like my English class. So I'm very good at planning, I'm just not very good at doing, which is something I have to get out of. But I love that you're taking inspiration from Mithril with the love potion stuff. um I love Mithril. Never gonna get over that server. It's almost been a year since it ended. Can you guys believe it? December 21st. Well, technically the end of like the full series is December 21st, but like the end of like everything was like Valentine's Day, because I think that's when, or was it just after Valentine's Day that I did my last lore stream, and that was the last lore that was posted. First draft of your book as a free write, and there isn't enough downtime. It's one problem straight into another, and I don't like how it's formatted. Aww. I'm glad you guys still think about Mithril a lot. I think about it. I it's a hard thing because running Mithril was like a really stressful part of my life, and this is why with like Gardenfell I'm very hands-on in like offering my help to Lizzie, because Lizzie's going through what I was going through in having to run something that you really care about and have a full plan for, and also managing people, and it's very difficult and very stressful. But yeah, Mithril was a big learning experience for me, and it was something that I wasn't ready to do, but I was really happy that I did it. But yeah, I want to run another SMP myself. Probably not while Gardenfell is running, because I want to focus my energy on that. But also, I probably won't run another SMP myself until after I have a job and have like a settled new schedule. But yeah. I still do plan to release the Mithril map, by the way. Since we had an do stream on Valentine's Day, yeah, I remember that. I do still plan to release the Mithril map to people as like a Christmas gift, but the thing that I want to release with it isn't ready yet, so I need to bully Charlie Swarm because I can work on it as soon as I get some voice lines from them, because they're the only ones that I'm missing for this little secret thing that is going to be hidden in the world file for you all to find. and that's all I can tell you guys about it. Also, it being Charlie Swarm does not mean it's going to be character Charlie related. It could be, might not be. I just need their voice. um, but yeah, hopefully I'll be able to get that done. Because I've been procrastinating on that. Don't have Java. Aww. Yeah, it's one of those things. If I can figure out how to make it work on Bedrock, because it won't. That's the problem. Is it has mods, and the server will mostly function if you take those mods out, because it's really just supplementaries that adds blocks, and I don't think any of the builds were made with those blocks. But yeah, it's one of those things I'm gonna leave open for people. Like, if anyone has the know-how and the means to convert the Java map into a Bedrock usable one, they can do it so more people can play on it. But, you know, don't we want to canon gods in Mithril? Teehee. That was one of like my favorite things. If we had more time and more like energy to get the art done for those, but there was so many gods to do. But yeah, it was my little gift back to the community. Making some of the standout people who watched so much of it gods, and who responded to the tweet with pictures we could use. But yeah, that was very fun. One thing I will say, and again, this won't be for a very long time, Mithril is over, it's gone, it's never coming back. The world of Mithril may come back one day. The characters probably won't be in it, but the world might be reused at some point down the line for something. Maybe. Mayhaps. Who knows? We'll see. And that's all I'm saying. But yeah. Whew. I am a tired little bunny. Oh, a tweet, but figured Mars wanted actual CC, so I ignored the tweet, and then he pinged you into it. Yeah, what was really funny is a bunch of the people who were already on Mithril responded to it, and we were like, guys, no, this isn't for you. Over. Body out with Mithril. Hey, we needed people, and I trust people I recognize in my chat more than random strangers off Twitter. And also, a bunch of like the chatters were a lot more reliable than the actual players on the server. Which was, you know, great. So I appreciate everybody's help. But yeah, I think that's gonna be end of stream for the day. I know it's a short one, but again, we're gonna be live tomorrow. With Garden Folor should be at 7. Same starting time as today. Yeah, and then after that, we'll be going on Moon's Halloween server for the final event. And then I'll stream some other time this week, Friday or the weekend. And it'll be a great time. It'll be awesome. Great night. Yes, it is night for me right now. It is currently 8 o'clock. But you know, before we go, we will go and see if anybody is live. So hang on a sec. Let's see if anyone's around. This is earlier than I usually stop streaming. So let me have a look-see. In a headlight, I am seeing to the stars. Every night in me. You know what's funny? I did a whole, like, thing on Twitter being like, hey, streamers, respond. And then nobody responded, so I didn't get any new people to raid. But you know, if you guys know people that you would like me to raid, put them in the Discord and I'll look at them. There is one person who I see who we could raid into, who have they been up for a while? No, they haven't been up for that long. There is Strobs, who is on the Kaleidoscope SMP. Who I think we will raid into. It says they were doing slight lore. I'm not sure if they might still be doing lore, but You know, I haven't been able to watch a lot of Kaleidoscope. It's a cool lore server. We've been raided by some of the people from there before, and they're all really cool. They have a great TikTok page, so I highly recommend it. But yeah, we're gonna start a raid to Strobs, or Stabbers. I'm dyslexic. Stabbers. We're gonna start a raid to Stabbers, and you guys can go and say hi. And I'm going to go and be a sleepy little guy. But I love you guys. Thank you all for being here, and I'll see you tomorrow for some lore of our own on Gardenfell. Yippee! Okay, guys.